It was a quiet Tuesday morning. Robert, 68, stood up from his recliner, coffee in hand, just like every other morning for the past 10 years. But this time, his left leg locked, without warning, without reason. A searing cramp twisted through his calf and dropped him to the floor. He didn't trip. He didn't slip. His muscles simply gave out, paralyzed by pain that came out of nowhere. His wife rushed in from the kitchen. He waved her off. "I'm fine." But deep down, he wasn't so sure. This was the third time in a month. Always the same, no fall hazard. No heavy lifting, just a sharp, stubborn cramp that took control. He thought, is this how it starts? Is this the moment my legs start failing me for good? Robert isn't alone. Across the country, thousands of older adults experience the same silent struggle cramps that steal their sleep, their balance, and their confidence. And what's worse, most of them never hear the real reason why. Doctors might say, stay hydrated or stretch more. But few talk about the role food plays, the critical nutrients your muscles and nerves crave every single day. Today we're going to fix that. You'll discover 3 everyday foods that can help stop those painful cramps, restore strength to your legs, and even improve your sleep without pills, without guesswork. And the third food on this list, it's one you've probably been ignoring for years, but it might be the key to walking strong again. Let's take that first step together. How are your legs feeling today? Before we dive into the foods that could change everything, let me ask you something simple. How are your legs feeling today? Did you walk across the kitchen without pain? Did you get out of bed without that familiar tightness in your calf? Or did you hesitate, just for a moment, unsure if your legs would support you? Whatever your answer, you're not alone. Here on Better Health, we speak directly to older adults who want to keep moving, keep walking, and keep living without fear. So take a second and tell us how you're doing today. Leave a comment that says, "Strong today." If your legs feel steady and reliable, need help. Today, if you've been struggling with cramps, soreness, or weakness, we read every message. Because this isn't just a video, it's a conversation, a community, and your voice matters here. If this sounds like the kind of support you've been looking for, go ahead and like this video. It tells YouTube that this topic matters. Subscribe to Better Health. We post new videos every week just for you. And tap the bell icon so you never miss the tip that might make all the difference. All right, let's talk about what's really causing those leg cramps and what you can do about it. Cramps don't start in your legs, they start in what's missing. Most people think leg cramps come from walking too much, or standing too long, or simply getting older. But here's what few people realize: the worst cramps often happen when you're doing nothing at all. You're sitting on the couch, lying in bed, or just stretching your foot beneath the table, and suddenly a muscle tightens. It locks. You freeze. And all you can do is wait for the pain to pass. It's not random. It's not just age. It's your body calling out for help. Cramps happen when muscles don't get what they need. Not enough minerals, not enough circulation, not enough support from the foods you eat. As we get older, the body changes in quiet ways. We absorb fewer nutrients even from healthy meals. Our blood doesn't flow as easily to the legs and feet. And the nerves that tell our muscles when to relax, they get weaker. That's why so many seniors experience cramping at night. Your body slows down, but your muscles still need fuel. If that fuel isn't there even for a moment, they panic. They seize up, and you feel it in an instant. The good news, you can change this. Not with pills or complicated treatments, but with 3 simple foods already available in your kitchen or grocery store. These foods give your muscles the nutrients they crave. They restore balance. They support blood flow, nerve health, and muscle recovery. And the best part, they're easy to prepare, easy to digest, and trusted by seniors across America. Let's take a closer look at the first one, and why it might be the most important food in your fridge. 1. Eggs, the signal restorer. Margaret, 74, had always been sharp, independent, and full of routine. She made her bed every morning, brewed her favorite black coffee, boiled 2 eggs, and ate them while reading the paper. It was simple, familiar, comfortable, until the cramps started. It began as tightness behind her knee after gardening. Then, one night, her calf locked while she was brushing her teeth. The pain was so sharp, she had to grab the bathroom counter just to stay upright. Her doctor ruled out anything serious. Probably dehydration, he said. Stretch more. So she drank more water, stretched, slept with a pillow under her knees. Still the cramps kept coming. But one day, her neighbor mentioned something simple she'd never considered. "Margaret, do you eat enough protein? Enough B12? That's when she looked at her plate differently. That's when she returned to something her body had always trusted: the egg. Why eggs matter. As we age, our muscles naturally lose mass. That loss, called sarcopenia, can start in our 50s and speed up in our 60s and 70s. When you lose muscle, your legs feel weaker. Stairs get harder. Getting out of a chair feels like lifting weights, and your balance becomes fragile. Eggs are one of the few foods that provide complete protein, all the essential amino acids your muscles need to repair, rebuild, and stay strong. But eggs do more than feed muscles. They also support your nervous system, which is often the hidden cause of muscle cramps. Each egg contains vitamin B12, which protects the covering around your nerves; choline, which helps nerves send signals to your muscles; vitamin D, which works with calcium to support bone and muscle function; lutein, an antioxidant that reduces inflammation. For seniors, these nutrients don't just help muscles work. They help the brain and body communicate clearly. Think of your nerves like telephone wires. If those wires are frayed or underpowered, the messages get scrambled. One moment your brain tells your calf to relax, but the message doesn't arrive in time. The result? A sudden cramp. Eggs help restore that connection. They help the signal reach the muscle before it misfires. The cholesterol myth. Many seniors still worry about eating eggs because of cholesterol. That was the advice 30 years ago, but science has changed. We now know that dietary cholesterol doesn't raise blood cholesterol for most people. In fact, eating an egg a day is safe and even helpful for healthy older adults. If you still want to be cautious, you can try this. Eat 1 whole egg for the yolk's nutrients. Add 2 egg whites for more protein, less fat. This combination gives your body what it needs without the worry. When to eat eggs. Eggs are one of the most flexible foods you can eat, especially for leg strength. Best times. Morning. Your muscles are coming out of a fasting state. A protein-rich breakfast helps rebuild what was lost overnight. Evening. Light scrambled eggs or a soft-boiled egg before bed helps calm the nervous system and reduce nighttime cramping. Easy ways to eat more eggs. Hard-boiled with a pinch of sea salt. Scrambled with spinach or bell peppers. Baked in muffin tins with chopped veggies and cheese. Poached over whole grain toast with avocado. Deviled eggs made with plain Greek yogurt instead of mayonnaise. If chewing is difficult, try soft-boiled or lightly scrambled eggs. They're easy to digest and gentle on aging teeth and gums. Pair your eggs with anti-inflammatory herbs like turmeric or black pepper for added benefit. And if you're taking medications or have dietary restrictions, ask your doctor. But for most older adults, eggs are a safe, nourishing option. The hidden deficiency. Many seniors walk around with undiagnosed B12 deficiency. The symptoms are often brushed off: tingling or numbness in the feet, trouble balancing, weakness in the legs, memory fog or fatigue. B12 is found mostly in animal products, and eggs are one of the easiest sources to absorb. And since our bodies absorb less B12 with age, it becomes even more important to get it from food daily. Eggs help fill that gap without needing a prescription. A simple food. A powerful result. Think about it this way. You can't rebuild a house without bricks. You can't power a light without a wire. And you can't restore strong, cramp-free legs without giving your body the tools it's asking for. Eggs are small, yes, but they carry exactly what older bodies need. Muscle support, nerve clarity, steady energy, and comfort in every bite. They're affordable, they're familiar, and they work. So the next time you open the fridge, don't overlook that carton on the side. Inside might be the simplest way to get back what your legs have been missing. 2. Bananas, the gentle muscle healer. Frank, 72, had always prided himself on staying active. He walked the same mile loop around his neighborhood every morning, nodded to neighbors, fed the ducks, stopped for a chat at the corner mailbox. But lately that loop had become shorter. His legs ached, his calves would tighten halfway through, and at night the real pain began. Cramps, sharp, unforgiving. Enough to make him sit up in bed and rub his leg for 20 minutes before he could lie back down. His doctor mentioned potassium. Frank thought potassium isn't that just in bananas. Turns out it is. And for Frank, that one simple fruit made all the difference. Why bananas matter? Bananas are rich in potassium, a mineral that plays a key role in muscle contractions. Your muscles contract and relax thanks to signals sent by your nervous system. Those signals depend on having the right balance of electrolytes, especially potassium and magnesium. When potassium is too low, the signal gets disrupted. Your muscle doesn't relax when it's supposed to. And that's when a cramp strikes. Think of potassium like a stoplight for your muscles. When it's missing, the signal just keeps going, and your leg gets stuck. What else is inside a banana more than just potassium? Bananas also offer magnesium, helps calm muscle tension. Vitamin B6 supports nerve communication. Natural sugars provide gentle, steady energy. Fiber aids digestion and nutrient absorption. For seniors, bananas are one of the easiest and most complete muscle recovery foods you can find. No peeling, no cooking, no cleanup. Bananas and older adults. A perfect fit. As we age, several things happen. Kidneys may struggle to retain potassium. Diuretics or blood pressure meds may flush it out. Loss of appetite or chewing difficulty reduces intake. And muscle cells become more sensitive to imbalances. All of this makes seniors more likely to be deficient and more likely to cramp even from simple movements like standing up or rolling over in bed. That's where bananas step in gentle, affordable, portable, and tailored to an aging body's needs. When to eat bananas for best results. Bananas can be eaten anytime, but for muscle health timing matters. Morning, a banana at breakfast replenishes overnight loss and starts your muscles off strong. Midday snack. Paired with protein or healthy fat bananas, keep energy levels even and support leg endurance. Evening bananas contain a small amount of tryptophan, an amino acid that supports better sleep, ideal for seniors who cramp at night. How to choose the right banana. Not all bananas are created equal. Green bananas, high in resistant starch, low sugar, harder to digest. Overripe bananas, sweeter, but may spike blood sugar too quickly. Best choice, ripe, but still firm bananas, yellow with small brown freckles. These contain balanced sugar, more soluble fiber, easier digestibility for older stomachs, and they won't spike blood sugar like an overripe one might. Easy ways to eat more bananas. Slice over oatmeal with a sprinkle of cinnamon. Blend into a smoothie with almond milk and spinach. Mash into Greek yogurt with chia seeds for texture. Serve with a spoonful of peanut butter as an afternoon pick-me-up. Freeze and blend into a sugar-free, nice cream dessert. If you struggle with chewing, bananas are soft and easy. If you want to feel full longer, pair them with protein or fiber-rich foods. And if you're craving something sweet before bed, half a banana is a perfect way to nourish your muscles without disturbing your sleep. Should anyone be careful? Bananas are safe for most seniors, but certain health conditions call for caution. Chronic kidney disease. Too much potassium can be harmful if kidneys can't regulate it. Ask your doctor first. Diabetes bananas have natural sugar. Choose less ripe ones and pair with fat or protein to reduce spikes. Potassium-sparing medications. If you're taking drugs that retain potassium, monitor your levels to avoid excess. But again, for the average senior with mild leg cramping, bananas are not only safe, they're smart. Bananas versus supplements. Some seniors try potassium supplements, but these can be tricky. Too much potassium at once can be dangerous. Supplements often don't absorb well, and they don't come with magnesium B6 or fiber, all of which work together in a banana. Bananas are nature's formula, balanced, complete, and trusted. And unlike pills, they don't feel like medicine. They feel like nourishment. What Frank discovered. After adding one banana each morning to his oatmeal, Frank noticed something. The cramps didn't vanish overnight, but within 5 days they got less intense. By week 2, they were gone. His walk felt lighter. His sleep came easier. And he didn't fear bedtime anymore. No prescriptions, no changes in medication. Just one quiet fruit doing its work behind the scenes. A quiet hero on your kitchen counter. Bananas won't shout. They don't come with claims or colorful labels, but they do come with everything your muscles need to stay relaxed, responsive, and strong. When your legs cramp, they're asking for something. Sometimes the answer isn't complicated. Sometimes it's sitting in the fruit bowl, waiting for you to remember its power. So next time you're reaching for a snack, choose the one that gives back. Choose the banana. 3. Spinach, the blood flow fixer. Diane had always been the type to keep moving. Even after turning 75, she still planted flowers in her yard, folded laundry, standing up, and took short walks after dinner. But over the past year, she started noticing something strange. Her legs felt slower. Not weaker, just heavier. And every time she sat down too long, she'd get a cold, tingling feeling in her feet. At night, that sensation would turn into cramping, especially if she'd been on her feet that day. She assumed it was poor circulation, but didn't know what to do about it. Compression socks helped. So did elevating her legs. But the turning point came when her daughter brought her groceries one Sunday and included a big bag of spinach. "Mom," she said, "I read that spinach can help blood flow. Let's try adding it to dinner this week." Diane agreed. Within 2 weeks, the difference was clear. Why circulation matters. When your legs cramp, it's not always because of tired muscles. Sometimes it's because your blood isn't getting where it needs to go. Healthy blood flow delivers oxygen and nutrients to your muscles. Without that steady delivery, your muscles feel starved, and they respond with tension spasms or full-on cramps. This problem gets worse at night when blood naturally flows more slowly. For older adults, circulation can suffer due to less active lifestyles, stiffer blood vessels, lower nitric oxide levels in the body, and even certain medications. That's where spinach makes its entrance. The nitric oxide boost spinach is rich in nitrates, natural compounds that the body converts into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide helps relax and widen blood vessels, making it easier for blood to move through your arteries and reach the lower parts of your body. For someone like Diane, who was dealing with tired, cold legs and nighttime cramps, this meant more oxygen reaching her muscles and fewer cramps interrupting her rest. It's like turning narrow, clogged alleyways into wide, smooth highways so your blood can deliver the supplies your legs need on time. Nutrients that support your legs. Spinach isn't just about nitrates. It also contains magnesium, relaxes muscles, reduces cramping. Potassium supports muscle function and nerve communication. Iron helps red blood cells carry oxygen. Vitamin K supports blood vessel health and bone strength. Vitamin C aids in iron absorption and collagen production. This is why spinach is so powerful for older adults. It doesn't just support one system, it supports several at once. It strengthens the circulatory system. It relaxes overworked muscles. It even helps bones and nerves work in harmony. When to eat. Spinach can be eaten any time of day, and unlike some health foods, it doesn't require fancy preparation. Here are some optimal times. Lunch. A spinach salad with olive oil and boiled eggs delivers protein-healthy fat and circulation-boosting nitrates. Dinner cooked spinach alongside grilled chicken or salmon adds fiber and magnesium, a great combination to prevent nighttime cramps. Evening snack. A small bowl of spinach soup before bed is easy on digestion and supports blood flow during sleep. Smoothie. Blending raw spinach into a banana almond milk smoothie helps combine potassium and nitrates for all-day support. Cooked or raw, which is better? Both forms are good. Each offers different benefits. Raw spinach, higher in folate and vitamin C, best when blended into smoothies or served fresh in salads. Cooked spinach, easier to digest, releases more iron and calcium. Great for seniors with chewing or digestion issues. A balanced routine might include raw spinach in the morning and cooked in the evening. If you struggle with bloating or gas-cooked spinach is usually gentler. How to make spinach taste better? Let's face it, not everyone grew up liking spinach. But it doesn't have to be bland. Try these senior-friendly combinations. Sauté with garlic and olive oil. Mix into scrambled eggs or omelets. Add to soups or stews for texture. Stir into pasta or casseroles near the end of cooking. Top with lemon juice to enhance iron absorption and flavor. You can even blend spinach into pancake batter or muffins. It disappears into the mix and adds nutrition without altering taste. Who should be careful? Spinach is safe for most people, but a few precautions apply. Kidney stones. Spinach is high in oxalates. If you've had calcium oxalate stones, ask your doctor before eating large amounts. Blood thinners. Spinach contains vitamin K, which affects clotting. If you're on warfarin, keep your spinach intake consistent. Not too much one day, too little the next. Iron overload. If you have hemochromatosis, too much iron, monitor your total intake, though spinach contains non-heme iron, which is less absorbable than animal sources. Overall, for most older adults, spinach is a smart, safe addition to the plate. What Diane learned. After 2 weeks of including spinach in her lunch or dinner each day, Diane noticed she could walk longer without her legs feeling heavy. Her feet didn't get as cold at night, and the cramps that used to wake her up were nearly gone. Her doctor was impressed. And Diane, she felt more confident, less stiff, and more in control of her evenings. It wasn't a magic pill. It was just food doing what food is meant to do: heal, nourish, restore. A green that quietly works spinach may not have the flash of exotic superfoods, but it's been quietly serving Americans for generations, from wartime gardens to cafeteria trays, and now to the dinner plates of those wanting to walk stronger, sleep better, and cramp less. It doesn't take much. A few handfuls a day, a bit of consistency, and a willingness to give your legs what they've been missing. Because when your blood flows freely, your muscles breathe again. They stretch instead of seize. They support instead of collapse. That's the spinach difference. So if it's been missing from your plate lately, it might be time to bring it back. Your legs will feel the difference. And you'll know deep down that you're no longer ignoring what they've been asking for. Strong legs aren't built by chance, they're built by choice. Now that we've looked closely at these 3 foods, eggs, bananas, and spinach, you might be asking, is it really that simple? The answer, not overnight. But yes, it's simple. Because every strong step you take, every night you sleep without pain, every moment you stand without fear of falling, is built on choices. Small ones, daily ones, the kind that most people ignore. But you don't have to ignore them anymore. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. Eggs rebuild your muscle strength and restore the signal between brain and body. They're not just food, they're a message from your nervous system saying, thank you. Bananas provide the minerals your muscles crave: potassium and magnesium, gently healing what stress medication or age may have worn down. Spinach sends blood where it's needed most. It clears the path for oxygen to reach your legs so your muscles can move, not lock up in pain. Each food works in its own way, but together they form a kind of invisible support system that keeps your legs steady, your balance intact, and your confidence growing. But let's also be honest, what happens when one of these foods is missing? You might be eating protein but still feel tingling in your toes. You might take a multivitamin but still wake up from leg cramps. You might stretch, drink water, rest, but still feel like something's missing. That something could be nutritional balance. The human body isn't a machine you fix once. It's a living system that asks for your care every day. And it speaks through warning signs. The cramp that hits when you least expect it. The unsteadiness when you rise too fast. The sore calves after a short walk. None of this means you're broken. It just means your body is waiting for you to listen. And now you have something powerful you didn't have before: clarity. So take a quiet moment and ask yourself, do you eat eggs regularly? Do you grab bananas when you shop or pass them by? Is spinach something you cook or something you avoid? The answers aren't judgment. They're information. And information is power, especially when it comes to protecting your legs, your sleep, your independence. Because at this stage of life, strength isn't built by pushing harder. It's built by choosing wiser. And today you've taken that step. Your legs may not feel stronger yet, but they will, meal by meal, choice by choice. With every bite that supports the body you still depend on, and the life you still deserve to live fully. The legs you stand on today have carried you through a lifetime. Before we end this video, I want to speak to you not just as a voice, but as someone who understands what you're going through. Because I've seen it. Strong minds, brave spirits, caring souls, all slowed down by legs that no longer respond the way they used to. Not because they didn't care, not because they didn't try, but because no one ever told them what to feed those legs, what to give them, how to keep them strong. So if you've been feeling frustrated waking up from cramps, struggling to stay steady on your feet, or simply missing the days when you moved without effort, please know this. It's not too late. Your body hasn't given up on you, and neither should you. Those legs you're standing on, they've carried you through joy and hardship. They've walked you through weddings, losses, milestones, ordinary mornings. They deserve more than neglect. They deserve nourishment, care, support. And you can give that to them, not with pills, not with fear, but with food, with clarity, with love. So if something in this video spoke to you, if even one part made you feel seen or understood, here's what you can do. Share your story. In the comments below, tell us, what food will you start with this week? Eggs, bananas, spinach, all three. You never know who might read your words and feel less alone. Like this video if you feel more informed, more hopeful, or simply ready to take one small step. And subscribe to Better Health, because this is just the beginning. In our next video, we'll talk about something nearly 80% of seniors are missing: a vitamin so crucial to leg strength and nerve health, yet so often ignored. Don't miss it. And until then, take care of your legs, because they've taken care of you for a very long time.